In this video, we are going to talk about Claude Opus 4.6 that right now that I'm recording, it came out yesterday and probably you will see it after 1 or 2 days. So we are going to talk about Opus 4.6 that came out a couple of days ago. And in this video, I'm going to test it. I'm going to push to its limits. I will show you different examples and compare it to Opus 4.5, Gemini, and ChatGPT, so you can see the result for yourself and see which one you should use. So if you're ready, let's begin. All right, so I'm very excited about Claude Opus 4.6. The benchmark looked amazing, and I wanted to run a couple of tests, but I wanted these tests not to be so into coding or into some things that it is hard for most people to understand. I wanted these tests to appear visually. So visually, you can look at the result immediately and say, okay, this is much better or this is much better, right? So here, with the help of Opus 4.6, we have designed a couple of tests that I'm going to show you the result. The first test is a campfire, okay? We wanted to see Claude Opus 4.6 can write a code that can create a campfire to test physics, particle, and lighting, okay? And here we will look at how realism will be the fire, the smoke behavior, the lighting effect, and overall atmosphere, okay? I also passed, this is the prompt, I also passed the exact same prompt to Opus 4.5, the previous version, and also to Gemini Pro. Now I used it and now it went on fast, okay? But for these examples, we use Gemini Pro and also ChatGPT 5.2. Now here for Claude, when we run this prompt, it will show us the result here, but ChatGPT and Gemini cannot do this. So I have to paste these results, okay, inside a file and then run it separately on my browser. So here, if you look at, I have tested 3 of these examples. For example, for Campfire, here we have Gemini, and I just copy and paste the code here and then drag this file to here. So this is the result of Gemini 3 Pro, as you can see, and the stars in the background looks good. The lighting effect around the fire looks good. It looks smooth, but the fire itself, we can see a couple of particles inside each other, which more or less it's okay, but this part of it, it's like bubbles and soaps. I don't like it really. And the wood here, it's like 2 arcs here. Not bad. It has some strength points. For example, the stars in the background looks really amazing. And the effect of firelight on the ground also looks good. Now let's compare it with ChatGPT 5.2. This is what ChatGPT is showing us. We have some stars in a straight line, and we have some other stars that are not moving in the background. The lighting effect on the ground, we can see the circle. Okay, so it's not so good. The smoke, I don't know if this is the smoke or not, or what it is. We have some strange things around the woods. And the wood we have here, the fire particles, so. Okay, so I think this one was much better. Now let's look at Opus 4.5. Okay, this is Opus 4.5. And again, we have the circle around it. It's not so good. The stars in the background, these green ones, they don't look like stars, but whatever they are moving good, but it's not understandable. Now, the main thing that we can see here, which is much better, we can see the fire here, the fire particles, and you can see how random it is. It will change. It's not just always all the time the same thing. And inside it, we can also see the smoke, right? So we also have the smoke. Now the smoke moved to the left side, and now it is on the almost on the right side. So these are good physics, actually. These are good physics, and I really like it. And I'm sure if we push it a bit, we can fix the stars and we can fix the lighting effect on the ground. But generally, talking about physics, this is doing a good job. Now let's look at Opus 4.6. So the result here, well, the stars and the effect on the ground is more or less the same. I don't know why it's not showing my mouse cursor when I just go to the result. Anyway, you can see the star and the stars and the fire lighting effect on the ground is more or less the same. But the fire itself and the smoke coming out of it, it's much better comparing to the previous version, right? It's much better. It's like we have a couple of particles inside each other, and I really like the result. It's not absolutely perfect, but comparing to the other AI models, it's doing a better job. Again, on the ground, beside woods, we have some strange things that I don't understand it. So in this case, I can say the physics of fire and smoke is much, much better. It wins absolutely. But regarding the background, the stars, and the effect of the lighting on the ground, Gemini did a better job. The second example, here we have an aquarium, which it has different fish inside it. And here we want to test different variants of fish, the movements, the wall avoidance, plants animation, and overall polish. Okay, so here are the results. I think, yeah, this is Opus 4.5. Okay, and we have different kinds of fish. They are moving. We have some bubbles coming out. We have some plants, but the plants look so childish. It's like a painting done by a child. And they are moving fine. They are not hitting the walls or colliding with the walls, which is good. Now let's look at Opus 4.6, which is here. So the bubbles are much better on the right side. Again, it's not showing my mouse cursor. The bubbles look much nicer here on the right side. The plants look much nicer. The movement of the plants, the animation of the plants, it's much better, right? And we have different kinds of fish. They are swimming, but they have some strange movements. They just rotate crazy. They don't hit the wall. Is good. I can say it's more or less better in every aspect except the movement of the fish, right? Here, they were moving a bit better, not much, but a bit better. But the overall result, I think Opus 4.6 win this round. I didn't run this example on Gemini and ChatGPT. Just here we will compare the two Opus version. On the next example, which is really interesting and I really liked it, here we are going to build a working clock. Now, what we should verify here is that it should show us the correct time. It should show us the Roman numerals for example, hour 1, 2, 3, and so on till 12. Does the handles working correctly, and is the design polished or it's bad? So let's look at the result. Let's start with Gemini. This is the result we got from Gemini 3 Pro. And if you pay attention to the result, and we zoom in, if you look at the result, more or less it's fine. We have Claude title here. The Roman numbers, I think they are correct, but they are hitting the design much, right? Okay, I thought when I zoomed in, it appeared like this, but no, the design is looking like this. And now the clock is showing 5:40, almost 42, and it is 6. And if you look at here, it is 6th of February, 5:41, and when this cross here, it should show 5:42. Any second, this timer should change. Yeah, change to 5:42. So exactly when it crosses this line, it is showing the correct hour. So it is perfect. It looks nice. The quality is more or less okay. Let's go to what ChatGPT made for us. Okay, it's not zooming when I press Command and plus. Anyway, the title here is bad. The numbers are more or less correct. It is showing the correct timing, right? So the design is bad, but it is working more or less. And it's acceptable. The title here, it just collided into each other and it's bad. Now let's look at Opus 4.5. And the good thing is that Claude just run the result here and it's really amazing. So the timing is correct. It is, now it is 5:43, right? 5:43. It is moving correctly. The design is a little bad, but all the Roman numbers are okay. The title is okay. Here we have Opus text is okay. The date is okay. The handles are moving correctly. So it is good. Now let's look at Opus 4.6, which is my favorite. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, so you can see everything much better. So first of all, we have a really cool design in the background. Look at these lines in the background. This is amazing, right? It looks so premium. I really like it. And the title, Claude, it has letter spacing itself. It understood that it should add letter spacing. The fonts are good. The hour is showing correctly. And also we have shadows of the handle appearing correctly. If we have a light source from the left side, you see the shadow is now completely under the handle, and as it moves, the shadow comes to the right side of it. So always the shadow must be on this side. You see? The shadow appeared here. It's really amazing. They just made this much better, and I really like it. It's obvious that Claude Opus 4.6 obviously win this round. So the next example that we have here is a stormy ocean, which I think I just run it on Claude. Here we want to see wave depth, the lighting realism, the lighthouse beam, and rain and overall mood. So here we have Opus 4.5. As you can see, the rain is a little bit crazy. The lighthouse itself, it doesn't appear, but it has a light that is just rotating, which is bad. And from time to time, we have some lightning, which looks cool. We can see the waves as well. Not bad, not bad. All right, here we have the result of Opus 4.6. The rain is much better. The lighthouse is much better. We have some clouds. It's very dark, but we can see some clouds. It is much better comparing to Opus 4.5, but it's not that better that I say, oh, it's amazing. But anyway, the result is much better. Now, let's look at the final example, which I also like this one. And we ran it on Gemini and ChatGPT. And it's a city. It's a small city, and cars are moving left and right. And we can see the houses, and we can see it becomes day and night, which is really amazing. So here we have to look at isometric accuracy, building a variety, car movement logics, day and night cycle, and a smoothness, and so on. So let's come here. Let's look at the result of Gemini 3 Pro. So it suddenly changes to day and night, which is not as smooth as it was explained. And the houses are like just some boxes. Okay, yeah, it suddenly turned to night. And when it becomes night, we have just two lights on these big buildings, and the cars are just some circles moving from right to left and left to right. And we have some green areas, and that's it. So it's bad, okay? Now let's look at ChatGPT result. Now, ChatGPT, part of it is down and we can't see it. I don't know why. Maybe if I zoom back. Yeah, maybe if I zoom back, we can see more. Anyway, it's not scrollable. So we have some cars which are just like circles moving around, and it is going toward day. And yeah, the light of the cars disappeared. Now it is on daylight. And for the houses, we just see the images of them, right? We have some parks, we have different houses, but it's like just an image pressed, right? So it's not really good, but the cars are moving into different directions. More or less, I can say regarding movements, it's much better than Gemini, but it's not yet good. Let's look at Opus 4.5. And here, if we zoom back, it's night right now. We have some stars, and we have some streets which look really strange. We have different kind of houses, but they don't look really good. The houses are terrible. Some of them have some smoke over them. And since this should be a time lapse, the cars are moving so fast. So this is reasonable. On ChatGPT and Gemini, they were just moving and quickly we were changing day and night, right? But in real world, when we are taking time lapse, everything is moving so fast, correct? So the main problem here is the building and these strange roads, but it is smoothly going to night. And when we go to the night, we can see different lights of the building turn on, which is good. Now let's wait for it to go to the day. And yeah, you can see. All right, now let's talk about Opus 4.6 results. So let's zoom in here. All right, now here we have a sun, which appears. We have different streets and cars. If you pay attention to the movement of the cars, they are moving in the streets. They may go to some point, they may stop somewhere, and then they continue moving again. And here we have two churches. We have parks with different kind of trees. We have some houses with different shapes, some high-rise buildings, some other buildings which look like factory, but I don't know what they are. But anyway, it's much, much better comparing to the other results we got from the other AI models. And remember, this is just running one prompt. This is the result that we are getting from one prompt. We have some stars in the background. We have the moon here. And by far it is winning. Opus 4.6 is much, much better. So this was how I wanted to test the new Opus 4.6 for you, to show you the result, the different results visually. I hope you liked it. If you are interested in this kind of videos, you can like the video and leave a comment. This way I will understand that you like this kind of videos and I will make more of them for you. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, click on subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos. That would be all for this video, and I will see you soon on the next one.